Hello, I'm Kathleen Price. I'm out here at Como Park Zoo and Conservatory's Polar Bear Odyssey, where I've just learned about an exciting opportunity for teens. It's called the Polar Bear Project. It's put on by Polar Bears International. To learn a little more, I've caught up with Como educator Sarah, who's going to tell us a little bit more about this project and how it works. Now I'm here with Sarah, one of our educators here at Como, who's going to help us learn a little more about this exciting opportunity for teens and Como Zoo. Hi, Sarah.
Hi.
So what can you tell us about this contest?
All right, well, you may already know about this, but polar bears in the wild are being dramatically affected by the buildup of carbon dioxide. It's a greenhouse gas. So, Polar Bears International, which is a leading research group or organization, and they're devoted to the conservation of polar bears worldwide, they've created this contest. It's for teens aged 14 to 18, and their challenge is to create a community project that will help reduce carbon emissions and therefore help save polar bear habitat in the wild.
Now, Sarah, I bet these kids get really creative with their projects. What examples are there projects kids have done in the past?
Well, some of the past winners have done things like developing kits for local businesses to help them reduce their general energy consumption. They've also been motivating families to plant their own gardens and grow their own food, or even build greenhouses out of some of their old recycled household materials. They've been doing a lot of presentations to different school groups or camps, or even at conferences to kind of help motivate the general public.
Amazing. Well, I know this is a nationwide contest, so what kind of prizes do we have for our teens who enter the contest?
Well, it's pretty cool. The 4 finalists are going to be flown to San Diego for an awards ceremony, and they're also going to be given a behind-the-scenes tour of San Diego Zoo and also SeaWorld San Diego. Now, the grand prize winners will in addition win a trip up to Churchill, Manitoba, and there they're going to be able to study polar bears in the wild.
Very cool. And what kind of impact have these projects had on polar bears in the wild?
Well, I'll tell you, last year's winners, they managed to reduce carbon emissions by over 80 million pounds. They saved 26 million gallons of water and stopped 4.5 million pounds of waste from entering landfills. Pretty impressive.
Wow, very impressive. Well, I know after hearing that, we're going to have a lot of teens who are going to want to enter this contest. So, Sarah, where can they go to learn more?
Well, they can go to polarbearinternational.org to learn more about the contest and to register for the contest.
Fabulous. Well, thank you, Sarah.
Thank you.
To learn a little more about this fabulous grand prize, we have Como zookeeper Sarah Halverson, who has actually been to Churchill, Manitoba and seen polar bears. So, Sarah, what was it like to finally see polar bears in the wild after working with Buzz and Neil here in the zoo?
Well, I worked with polar bears for 5 years, and so I didn't really expect it to be that much different, and it was absolutely breathtaking to be able to see a polar bear in the wild and see where they came from. It was really cool.
What part of your experience has stuck with you most since you've come back to Como?
I think the most important part of it for me, and the thing that was the most rewarding, was that I got to go out in the tundra buggies and go watch the polar bears and then talk about the different things that we do in zoos that help polar bears in the wild and share my passion for them. And then the cool thing was that all these people went back home and they started changing their lives and doing things, trying to help conserve energy, turning lights off in their house, writing editorials for the newspaper, and that was really cool for me to hear about that experiences, even though after I've been home from Churchill.
Well, Sarah, it sounds like a fabulous experience. Thanks for sharing with us.
Thank you.
And our very own polar bear ambassadors, Buzz and Neil, encourage you to log on to polarbearsinternational.org and enter this year's Project Polar Bear.